Welcome dear learners. Hope you are fine. In this video presentation, we are going to read and discuss the second lesson of the first unit of your English course book prepared by Kerala State Literacy Mission Authority. The other day, I read your comments posted by you after watching my first video. I am really happy that you have started learning English. Most of you have asked me to use Malayalam in the next video lesson. I don't think it as a big crime to use Malayalam while teaching English. But I would like to remind you that the more I use Malayalam, the less opportunity you get to listen to English. In fact, I want all of you to become autonomous learners of English, learners who would develop their own strategies and ways to learn English effectively. I also want you to become good users of English, those who can read, or after the end of the course, you should be able to read, write, and speak English with ease in different contexts. So for that, exposure to English or exposure in the language is needed, and in the video presentations or in the series of video presentations, we are trying to give maximum exposure in the language. So I wish you a happy learning. പ്രിയ പഠിതാക്കളെ, ഒരു ഭാഷ പഠിക്കുന്നത് ആ ഭാഷയുമായി നാം സംവദിക്കുമ്പോഴാണ്, ഇടപഴകുമ്പോഴാണ്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇൻ്ററാക്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴാണ്. ഒരു ഭാഷയുമായി നമുക്ക് എങ്ങനെ ഇൻ്ററാക്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ സാധിക്കും? ആ ഭാഷയിൽ എഴുതപ്പെട്ട കഥകളും കവിതകളും വായിക്കുക, ആ ഭാഷ സംസാരിക്കാൻ അവസരം കിട്ടുമ്പോഴൊക്കെ സംസാരിക്കുക, കേൾക്കാൻ കിട്ടുന്ന അവസരങ്ങൾ പാഴാക്കാതിരിക്കുക. ഇങ്ങനെ പല രീതികൾ നമുക്ക് സ്വീകരിക്കുവാൻ സാധിക്കും. നിങ്ങളുടെ 10ാം ക്ലാസ്സിൻ്റെ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ടെക്സ്റ്റ് ബുക്കിലൂടെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പാഠപുസ്തകത്തിലൂടെ ധാരാളം അവസരങ്ങൾ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ഭാഷ പഠിക്കുവാനും എഴുതി നോക്കുവാനും ഒക്കെ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ധാരാളം അവസരങ്ങൾ നിങ്ങളുടെ അധ്യാപകരെ ഒരുക്കിയിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഈ അവസരങ്ങൾ നിങ്ങൾ പ്രയോജനപ്പെടുത്തുമ്പോൾ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ഭാഷ പഠിക്കുവാനുള്ള വലിയ ശ്രമം നിങ്ങൾ നടത്തുകയാണ്. ഈ ശ്രമമാണ് ഏറ്റവും അത്യാവശ്യം നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വേണ്ടത്. വില്ലിങ്നെസ് ഇസ് ദ ഫസ്റ്റ് സ്റ്റെപ്പ് ടുവേർഡ്സ് ലേണിംഗ് എ ലാംഗ്വേജ് എന്നാണ് നാം പറയാറ്. പാഠപുസ്തകത്തിൻ്റെ സഹായത്തോടു കൂടി ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ഭാഷ പഠിക്കുവാൻ നിങ്ങൾ ശ്രമിക്കുമ്പോൾ ചില ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുകളൊക്കെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അനുഭവപ്പെടാം. ഒരു നല്ല പഠിതാവ് എപ്പോഴും ഭാഷാ പഠന പ്രക്രിയയിൽ അനുഭവപ്പെടുന്ന ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുകളെ തരണം ചെയ്യാൻ അവൻ്റെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അവളുടേതായ രീതികൾ സ്വീകരിക്കും. അത് ഇന്ന രീതി എന്നുള്ളതില്ല, ഫലപ്രദമാകുന്ന ഏത് രീതിയും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് സ്വീകരിക്കാം. നിങ്ങളുടെ സംശയങ്ങളൊക്കെ കുറിച്ചിടുക, അധ്യാപകരോട് ചോദിക്കുക, അധ്യാപകരുടെ സഹായം എളുപ്പമെന്ന് ലഭ്യമല്ലെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങളുടെ കൂട്ടുകാരോട് ചോദിക്കാം. വീഡിയോ പ്രസൻറ്റേഷൻ, ഈ പ്രസൻറ്റേഷൻ പല പ്രാവശ്യം കണ്ടു നോക്കാം. ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് പാഠപുസ്തകത്തിൽ എഴുതിയിരിക്കുന്ന കഥകളും കവിതകളും മറ്റ് ലേഖനങ്ങളും ഒക്കെ വായിച്ചു നോക്കാം, അർത്ഥം മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുക. അങ്ങനെ പല രീതിയിൽ നമുക്ക് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ഭാഷാ പഠനം എളുപ്പമാക്കാൻ പല രീതികൾ നമുക്ക് സ്വീകരിക്കാൻ സാധിക്കും. എനിക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിൽ ഈ പാഠപുസ്തകത്തിലെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ വായിച്ചിട്ട് അതിൻ്റെ അർത്ഥം മലയാളത്തിൽ പറയുന്ന ഒരു തർജ്ജിമ രീതി, ഒരു ട്രാൻസ്ലേഷൻ മെത്തേഡ് സ്വീകരിക്കാം. പക്ഷെ അതുകൊണ്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വലിയ പ്രയോജനം ഉണ്ടാവില്ല. കാരണം ഇംഗ്ലീഷിലെ കഥകൾ മലയാളത്തിൽ മനസ്സിലാക്കുക, കേവലം ചില വാക്കുകളുടെ അർത്ഥം മനസ്സിലാക്കുക എന്നുള്ളതല്ല ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് പഠനം, ഭാഷാ പഠനം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും ഭാഷ എങ്ങനെ പ്രയോഗിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നു എന്ന് നിങ്ങൾ മനസ്സിലാക്കണം. മനസ്സിലാക്കിയാൽ മാത്രം പോരാ, അത് അങ്ങനെ ഉപയോഗിക്കാൻ പഠിക്കണം. അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് സാധ്യമാകണമെങ്കിൽ ഈ ഭാഷ ഉപയോഗിച്ചിരിക്കുന്ന രീതി നിങ്ങൾ കേൾക്കണം, അത് മനസ്സിലാക്കണം. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ ഈ വീഡിയോ പ്രസൻറ്റേഷൻസിൻ്റെ ഭൂരിഭാഗവും ഞാൻ ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ തന്നെയാണ് എടുത്തിട്ടുള്ളത്. പക്ഷേ മലയാളം ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്, അനിവാര്യമാണെന്ന് തോന്നുന്ന സ്ഥലങ്ങളിലൊക്കെ ഞാൻ മലയാളം ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഈ രണ്ടാമത്തെ വീഡിയോ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ഭാഷാ പഠനത്തിന് സഹായിക്കും എന്നാണ് എൻ്റെ ഉറച്ച വിശ്വാസം. എല്ലാവർക്കും നല്ലൊരു പഠനാനുഭവം. Before beginning the second lesson, I want all of you to have three things with you. First one, a paper and a pen. Second one, a dictionary, a good dictionary. Nikhandu. Third one, your English textbook. I hope you are ready with these three things. If you are not ready with these three things, pause the video, get hold of them, and then continue listening. Yes. So, shall we begin the second lesson? For that, I am going to show you a picture. So, what you have to do is, after watching this or after looking at this picture, you have to write down on your notebook the different images and words and expressions that come to your mind. Got it? So now we are going to look at a picture, and after watching the picture, you have to write down the images or words that come to your mind. I want all of you to write English words, but if you can't, you can also write some Malayalam words. But I love writing English words. അപ്പോൾ ആദ്യം ഒരു പിക്ചർ നിങ്ങൾ കാണാം, ഒരു പടം, ഒരു ചിത്രം നിങ്ങൾ കാണാൻ പോവുകയാണ്. ആ ചിത്രം കണ്ടതിന് ശേഷം നിങ്ങളുടെ മനസ്സിലേക്ക് വരുന്ന ആശയങ്ങളോ വാക്കുകളോ എക്സ്പ്രഷൻസോ ഒക്കെ നിങ്ങൾ നിങ്ങളുടെ നോട്ട്ബുക്കിൽ ഒന്ന് കുറിച്ച് വയ്ക്കുക. This is the picture. Yes, take 2 minutes, look at the picture and write down the expressions or words that come to your mind. Yes, so let's come back. When I gave this picture to my students, these were the responses. Some students wrote force, some wrote power, some wrote occupying somebody's territory, some wrote intrusion, some wrote adhinivesham or invasion, some wrote the word trespass, അതിക്രമിച്ചു കയറുന്ന trespass, TRESPASS, trespass. So what were the different words that I spoke to you now? Yes, I told you about invasion, trespassing, entering into another's territory, taking someone's space, exploitation. Okay, these were the different words. And I also told some Malayalam words like adhinivesham or invasion, trespass or adikramichu kayruka, etc., etc. I hope you might have written at least one words. If not, it's not a big deal, not a big thing. Just listen to what I'm going to say now. So friends, I would like to call your attention to a word that to a particular word that one of my students wrote. He wrote the word encroachment. So what is encroachment? Yes, I hope you have the dictionary with you. So take the dictionary and try to find the word from your dictionary. Encroachment. What is encroachment? Yes, I hope most of you know how to refer to a word in a dictionary. If not, what is the first step? What is the first step in finding out a word from the dictionary? So what should we do? Yes, we have to look at the first letter of the word. For example, here encroachment, we are going to take the word encroachment from the dictionary. So for the word encroachment, the word encroachment begins with the letter E, right? E. So you don't have to look at a word entry under A, B, C and D, because words are arranged in alphabetical order in a dictionary. So for finding out encroachment, you have to search for words under section E. Yes? Okay, so I hope you have taken the words beginning with letter E. So what is the next step? You can see that there are hundreds of words under section E, or hundreds of words beginning with letter E. So it is not possible for us to find out encroachment by reading the words or looking at the words from the first by looking at all the words beginning with E. So what we have to do, we have to limit our search to EN. So next we are going to look at the second letter of the word, EN. Again we see that there are many words under EN like enable, etc. So what we have to do, we have to limit our search again. So what should we do? We have to look at the third letter. So VNC. So encroachment comes under encroach, which is the verb. So ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു വന്നത് ഡിക്ഷണറി റെഫർ ചെയ്യുക എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒരു വാക്കിൻ്റെ അർത്ഥം മനസ്സിലാക്കാനൊക്കെ ആയിട്ട് നമുക്ക് ഉപയോഗിക്കാം. അത് ഏതൊട്ട് നോക്കുകയല്ല, നമുക്ക് ഏത് വേർഡാണോ നമുക്ക് ആവശ്യമായിട്ടുള്ളത്, ഏത് വേർഡിൻ്റെ ആണോ നമുക്ക് മീനിങ് അറിയേണ്ടത്, ആ വേർഡ് ഏത് ലെറ്റർ കൊണ്ട് തുടങ്ങുന്നു എന്ന് ആദ്യം മനസ്സിലാക്കുക. അതിനുശേഷം അതിൻ്റെ രണ്ടാമത്തെ അക്ഷരം നോക്കുക. എൻക്രോച്ച്മെന്റിന്റെ കാര്യത്തിലാണെങ്കിൽ EN ആണ്. അപ്പം അതിന് മുമ്പുള്ള വാക്കുകളൊന്നും നമുക്ക് നോക്കേണ്ട കാര്യമില്ല. മൂന്നാമത്തെ മൂന്നാമത്തെ അക്ഷരം നോക്കുക, ENC ആണ്. അപ്പം എൻക്രോച്ച്മെന്റ് ENC കൊണ്ട് തുടങ്ങുന്ന വാക്കുകളുടെ കൂട്ടത്തിലായിരിക്കും വരുന്നത്. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത് ഡിക്ഷണറി നോക്കാൻ, ഡിക്ഷണറി റെഫർ ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്കൊരു അറിവുണ്ടായിരിക്കണം. എല്ലാവർക്കും ഇതുണ്ട്. ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളുടെ അറിവിലേക്ക് ഒരു റിവിഷൻ പോലെ ഇത് പറഞ്ഞതേ ഉള്ളൂ. Okay, very good. So now you have taken the word encroachment, right? What you have to do now is you have to read the definition or the meaning of the word encroachment from your dictionary. Yes? Try to read the definition of the word encroachment loudly. So here I am going to show you two entries from two different dictionaries that I have referred to. The first one is from the Cambridge English Dictionary. The second entry of encroachment is from Collins Coble Dictionary. See how the word encroachment is written in Cambridge Dictionary. What is the meaning of the word? Come on, shall we read together? Encroachment is the act of taking away someone else's rights or taking control of someone's time, work, etc. So this is the meaning of the word encroachment as written in Cambridge Dictionary, Cambridge English Dictionary. The second one is the Collins Coble Dictionary. Dictionary has written the word meaning as, see, look at the definition given by the Collins Coble Dictionary. If something encroaches on another, the first thing spreads or becomes stronger and slowly begins to restrict the power, range or effectiveness of the second thing. Okay, so you might have found out the word meaning of encroachment, right? So now just tell me, what are the different information that we can get from dictionaries? Do we get only the meaning? No, there are other things that dictionaries give us. What are the different information that we get from dictionaries? ഒരു വാക്കിൻ്റെ അർത്ഥം കൂടാതെ ബാക്കി ഏതൊക്കെ കാര്യങ്ങളാണ് ഡിക്ഷണറീസ്, നിഘണ്ടു നമ്മെ പഠിപ്പിക്കുന്നത്? യെസ്, യു വുഡ് നോ ദ പ്രൊനൗൺസിയേഷൻ, ഉച്ചാരണം. യു ക്യാൻ നോ ഹൗ ദ വേർഡ് ഹാസ് ബീൻ യൂസ്ഡ്, പ്രയോഗം നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലാകും. സോ അതർ ദാൻ ദ മീനിങ്, Dictionaries will teach us or will tell us how to pronounce the word, to what part of speech the word belongs to. For example, encroachment is a noun. We'll study more about nouns, verbs, etc. in other videos. So here you can come to know about the meaning of the word, how it is used in a sentence. You can also know the different forms of the word. For example, encroaches, encroaching or encroached are the different forms of the verb encroach. So you can know the different forms of the verb, etc. You can also know the synonyms of the word, the antonyms of the word. So what are synonyms? Synonyms are words having similar meanings. So some dictionaries would tell you about the synonyms of the word. Some dictionaries will tell you about the antonyms of the word. Okay, yes. So you might know the synonyms, antonyms, pronunciation, then usage, etc. So dictionaries are very much helpful for learning a language. So dear friends, what I want to tell you is, when you when you search for the meaning of a word, don't limit or don't stop after finding out the meaning. So what you should do, you should study the different forms of the word, the synonyms of the word, the antonyms of the word. So whatever you have to find out, whatever the dictionary gives you, other than the meaning. Okay, from dictionary ഒരു നിഘണ്ടുവിൽ നമ്മളൊരു പദം നോക്കുക എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ വാക്കിൻ്റെ അർത്ഥം നോക്കി അവിടെ നിർത്തുകയല്ല, മറിച്ച് ആ വേർഡിനെ സംബന്ധിച്ചുള്ള മറ്റ് പല കാര്യങ്ങളും ആ നിഘണ്ടുവിന് പറയാൻ കാണും. അതെല്ലാം ഒന്ന് നോക്കുക, പഠിക്കാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുക. ഓക്കെ, സോ അടുത്ത just for fun, I would like to ask you a question. Which is the longest word in the dictionary? When I searched the net, I could find that the longest word in the dictionary is, can you read this? Okay, what's it? Pneumonio ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. So this is the longest word in the dictionary. Can you read it once more? Pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. So what is this? You can refer to the dictionary if you have a good dictionary and try to find out the meaning of this word, this long word. Okay, for your information, it refers to a lung disease which we get from inhaling very fine silica particles, especially from a volcano. Okay, a simple term would be silicosis. Okay, so I gave it just for fun. Now we are going to study the words in lesson 2. You may please take page 15 of your textbook. Page 15. You have this textbook with you, I hope. So please take the word explained section on page 15. And there are 23 words. You first read those words and the meaning. And if you know that, it is not a compulsory thing, if you know the Malayalam meaning of the words that you are reading, you can write it here on the left hand side here. Okay, yes. So what is encroachment? Encroachment is entering someone's territory without permission. Encroachment is entering someone's territory without permission. So the Malayalam meaning of the word is kaiyettam. So if you know the meaning of the word without referring it to a dictionary, if you know the meaning, you can write it here. If you don't know, let it be there. So what is the task that I gave you? You read these 23 words and their meaning and try to understand what these words are. So that is the first task. You may take 5 or 7 minutes and complete this. Pause the video, read the word and their meaning, and if you know the Malayalam meaning of the word, you can write it here on the left hand side. Yes. So let's come back. The next thing that we are going to do together is we are going to underline these 23 words in the poem. So for that you have to read the poem. The poem is also called encroachment. You know the meaning of the word encroachment. So we are going to read the poem and we are going to underline the word that we have studied now. The 23 words that we have studied starting from encroachment. So here the first word encroachment you can underline here because that is the title of the poem. The second one is groping. So that comes in the second line. So you can underline groping. So like that you have to underline the 23 words that you studied by reading this poem. Did you do that? Take 5 or 10 minutes and complete it. Yes? Okay. So now let's read the poem or poem together. This is a poem written by Neerada Suresh. First you have to read the poem silently. Take 10 minutes and read the poem silently. Yes. So let's come back. I hope you have read the poem. Now I am going to read the poem for you. Just listen. I am going to read the poem Encroachment for you. Just listen to it. So the poem goes like this. One evening after work, groping in the mailbox for messages, letters from nowhere, my fingers encountered sprigs, twigs and eggs. A bird had nested right inside my mailbox. Annoyed, I cleared it all except for the eggs. Later, in the evening, a scold had me out, hastily gathering clothes left drying. In the garden, hopping in clumsy hurry, was a myna, balancing in its yellow beak twigs and slender sticks, heading for my mailbox laboriously to rebuild the cozy nest I had wrecked. My vision blurred in the heavy showers. The message I had missed quite clearly I read in the incongruous nest hidden in the wooden box. A slow persecution through a denuding of its habitat, leaving no room to nest except in wooden post boxes nailed to concrete wall. If you want, you can read the poem again. After reading the poem, let's understand the poem. I'm going to ask you some questions. So when I ask you questions, you have to pause after the question, think of the possible answers, and then listen to the answers. അപ്പോൾ നന്നായിട്ട് പോയം വായിക്കുക. ഈ പദ്യം വായിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഞാൻ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ചോദിക്കാൻ പോവുകയാണ്. ആ ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് വീഡിയോ പോസ് ചെയ്യുക, ഇതിൻ്റെ ഉത്തരങ്ങളെക്കുറിച്ച് ചിന്തിക്കുക, എഴുതാൻ പറ്റുന്നവരൊന്ന് എഴുതി നോക്കുക. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് നമുക്ക് വീഡിയോ കേട്ടിട്ട് അതിൻ്റെ കറക്റ്റ് ആൻസേഴ്സ് നോക്കാം. യെസ്. The first question is, at what time of the day do you think the incident referred in the poem happened? At what time of the day does the incident referred to in the poem happen? എപ്പോഴാണ് നമ്മുടെ ഈ കവിതയിൽ പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്ന സംഭവം നടക്കുന്നത്? ഏത് സമയത്താണ്? ദിവസത്തിൻ്റെ ഏത് സമയത്താണ്? രാവിലെയാണോ, ഉച്ചയ്ക്കാണോ, വൈകുന്നേരമാണോ? യെസ്, വെരി ഗുഡ്. It happens, the incident referred to in the poem happens in the evening. Yes. Second one, what did the poet do? Pause the video. Think about the answer. Let's come back. The poet searched for letters in the mailbox. She was expecting some letters, so the poet searched for the letters. Third question, what did she find in the mailbox? Yes, she found sprigs, twigs and eggs instead of letters. എഴുത്തുകൾ മെയിൽ ബോക്സിലുണ്ടോ എന്നാണ് അന്വേഷിച്ചത്. മെയിൽ ബോക്സിൽ കൈയിട്ട് എഴുത്തുകളുണ്ടോ എന്ന് നോക്കി. പക്ഷേ എഴുത്തുകളൊന്നും കണ്ടില്ല. അതിനു പകരം കുറേ ചുള്ളികൾ, സ്പ്രിഗ്സ്, വള്ളികൾ, ചുള്ളികൾ, പിന്നെ കുറച്ച് മുട്ടകൾ. അപ്പം മുട്ടകളും ചുള്ളിയും വള്ളിയും ഒക്കെയാണ് നമ്മുടെ പോയറ്റ് കണ്ടത്. Yes. So the next question, was she happy about it? Which word tells you that she was happy or not happy? Was she happy about finding sprigs, twigs and eggs? What do you think? Yeah, you are right. She was not happy. Which word tells you that? The word annoyed. 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 She was not happy. She found that a bird had nested inside her mailbox. Mailbox-നകത്ത് ഏതോ പക്ഷി കൂട് വെച്ചിരിക്കുന്നതായിട്ടാണ് കണ്ടത്. She was not happy because she was expecting some letters. Instead of letters, she found only sprigs, twigs and eggs. Got it? Yes. Now listen to the next question. Did she destroy the nest? Sorry, did she destroy the eggs? Did she destroy the eggs she found? No. Which word tells you that she didn't destroy the eggs? Good. The word except tells you that she didn't destroy the eggs. She cleared the sprigs and twigs, but she didn't destroy the eggs. What is the meaning of the word except? Other than. Good. Other than. ഒഴികെ. Okay, the next question. Why did the poet gather the clothes which she had left for drying? Why did the poet take the clothes which he had left for drying? Yes, because of a scold. What is scold? Scold is heavy rain, strong wind and rain. The poet quickly gathered the clothes she had left for drying because of heavy wind and rain. നല്ല മഴയും കാറ്റും ഉണ്ടായതുകൊണ്ട് മുറ്റത്ത് ഉണങ്ങുവാൻ വെച്ചിരുന്ന അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഉണങ്ങുവാൻ ഇട്ടിരുന്ന ഡ്രസ്സ് എത്രയും പെട്ടെന്ന് എടുക്കാനായിട്ട് ഓദർ പുറത്തേക്ക് വന്നു. What did she see? എന്താണ് കണ്ടത്? Which bird did she find? She found a myna. Very good. She found a myna. What was the myna doing? The myna was balancing in its yellow beak twigs and slender sticks. Got it? The myna was balancing in its yellow beak. Chunda, beak, chunda. So the myna was, look at the spelling of myna, M-Y-N-A-H. Myna was balancing in its yellow beak twigs and slender sticks. Was the myna doing this task with ease? No, it was struggling. It was struggling to do that work. It was a difficult work for the myna. Which word tells you that? In clumsy hurry. In clumsy hurry, it was struggling to do the difficult work of rebuilding its nest. So which word tells you that it was not easy for the myna to do it? Laboriously. It was working hard with great difficulty. Panipatta. What was the myna doing? Myna പോയിട്ട് നശിപ്പിച്ച ആ കൂട് വീണ്ടും പണിയുവാനായിട്ട് കയ്യിൽ കിട്ടിയ ചുള്ളിയും വള്ളികളും ഒക്കെ ആയിട്ട് ശ്രമിക്കുകയായിരുന്നു. അവിടെ വാക്ക് നോക്കുക, laboriously. Laboriously means with great difficulty. It was rebuilt, was trying to rebuild with twigs and slender sticks the nest which was destroyed by the poet. Who had wrecked, destroyed, broke up, destroyed, wrecked, nashipikya. Who had wrecked the cozy nest, the comfortable nest? Yes, the poet. Here, Nirada Suresh. The poet had wrecked the beautiful nest, the cozy nest. Cozy means comfortable. So, why was her vision blurred? Blur means to become unclear. Why was the vision blurred? The poet's vision was blurred because of the heavy shower. Shower means rain. Because of the shower, the heavy rain, she could not see clearly what was happening. Okay, what was the message that she had missed? What was the message that she had missed? What was the message? What was the message? Why was the bird trying to build the nest in the mailbox? That is a message that she learned. What is the message? That every creature has the right to live in this universe. Okay? So if you destroy the habitat of a particular creature, it will encroach into the habitat of another creature. So it is very funny to look at the title again, encroachment. So who is the encroacher here? Who is encroaching the property of others? Really, the bird is not encroaching. Man has encroached the habitat of the birds. Because he had cut down the trees. What had happened? The bird had no room to nest. Look at the last stanza, no room to nest. Denuding of its habitat. Denude. What is denude? Illadakya. Here, cutting down of trees. So since man has cut down the trees, the bird did not have any habitat. It was the slow persecution. Okay, it is a man's unjust treatment. So because of that, since the bird did not have trees for building its nest, it built its nest in the wooden post boxes nailed to concrete wall. So this was the message that the poet had learned. Every creature has the right to live in this universe. It is not good. We should be considerate towards other creatures, other living beings. We should not encroach into their habitat. Okay, I read the last two stanzas once more. My vision blurred in the heavy showers. The message I had missed quite clearly I read in the incongruous nest. Though the nest was not well made, that is incongruous. From the incongruous nest, the poet could read the message. What is the message? That we should allow other creatures to live. We should not destroy their habitat. What is habitat? Habitat is Avasa Vyavastha, a natural place where a bird or animal lives. So by cutting down the trees, the bird was denied of its habitat. The bird did not have a suitable place to build its nest. So what did the bird do? The bird encroached the mailbox. The bird was forced to build in the wooden post box its nest. Okay, yes. So that is the poem Encroachment. Now let's move on to 2.2.1, the next page 16. Let's move on to page 16 and take 5 minutes. If you want to read the poem, you can read it once again. And after reading the poem, try to answer the questions from 1 to 6. Now you have to write down the answers, please. I want all of you to write down the answers for questions under 2.2.1. I'll read out the questions. First, what did the poet find in her mailbox? Question number 2, which bird made the nest? Third question, what made the author go out in the evening? Fourth question, who was hopping in clumsy hurry? Fifth one, what blurred her vision? Sixth one, what happened to the bird's habitat? Take 5 minutes, write down the answers and then listen to the answers. Yes, so let's come back. What is the answer for the first question? What did the poet find? Did find. So the answer should be found. The poet found a bird's nest in her mailbox. The question is, what did the poet find? So your answer should be the poet found. Don't write find. You have to write found. The poet found a bird's nest in her mailbox. Or you can write the poet found sprigs, twigs and eggs in her mailbox. Good. I hope you have written down the answer. Now let's move on to question number 2. Which bird made the nest? Myna made the nest. Third question. What made the author go out in the evening? The author went out to gather the clothes that she had left for drying. The author went out to collect the clothes that she left for drying. Unakanaയിട്ട്. Unanguvanai. Fourth question. Who was hopping in clumsy hurry? The bird, the myna bird, was hopping in clumsy hurry. What blurred the poet's vision? Showers. Or you can also write squall or rain. Heavy rain blurred her vision. What happened to the bird's habitat? I hope you all wrote the answer for that last question also. What happened to the bird's habitat? The bird's habitat was destroyed because of the cutting of the trees. the bird lost its habitat. So dear friends, let's now move on to page 18. Page 18. You can see two columns, column A and column B. In column 1, you can see some common environmental problems, and their descriptions are given in column B. You have to match column A with B. So before that, let me see how many of you can write the Malayalam meaning of these 5 environmental problems. Okay, if you know the Malayalam meaning of these 5 environmental problems, just write it down using pencils or pens. What is extinction? Take 2 minutes, write down the Malayalam meaning of these 5 words. Yes, so let's come back. So what is extinction? Extinction is Vamshanasha. Okay. What is desertification? Desertification is Maribhumikaranam. Global warming is Agola Thapanam. Plastic pollution is Plastic Malinigaranam. The last one, energy crisis, is Urja Pradisandhi. Now, write down the description. Let's match column A with column B. For example, extinction. What is a definition? What is a description of extinction? Yes, it's 1E. Some kinds of plants or animals that totally die out and disappear. Desertification. Desertification is, yes, the answer is 2A. Earth losing moisture and life and becoming dry wastelands. 3D. The Earth's atmosphere becoming warmer due to the loss of trees and production of gases like carbon dioxide. 4th one, plastic pollution. The accumulation, the answer is B. The accumulation of plastic things in soil and water. The answer for energy crisis is the problem of fuels like petrol becoming too costly for us to buy. Okay, good. Now what you have to do is you have to write a sentence with the words that you have studied. Let it be right or wrong. The thing is that you have to write a sentence using these words. First one. So altogether you should have 5 sentences, and the first sentence will have the word extinction. The next sentence will have the word desertification. So in short, you have to write 5 sentences using these 5 words. Take your time and write. Now let's move on to the next activity. The next activity you can see on page 19. You can see a train here. Have you seen the train? Yes, a train without a loco pilot, no driver here. Okay, each compartments. How many compartments are there? 5 compartments. So I'll read out the words written on these compartments. First one is destroying, second one is polluting, third one going, the second last one is becoming, and the last one is facing. So what you have to do here is on page 18 and 19 you can see a speech. You can see a speech. So here this is the speech, and you have to supply the missing words from these compartments. First thing that you have to do is you have to read out the speech. You have to understand what the general meaning of the speech, and then you have to fill in the blanks using the words given in these boxes or compartments. Okay, I'll read out the speech. So pause the video, you do it by yourself and then listen to the answer. Okay, so I hope you have written it down. So the answer is like this. I'll read out the answers. Good morning, respected teachers and my dear friends. I am here to talk on a very serious problem affecting us all. Pollution is a major threat that we are facing today. Every day we are polluting the air, water, and atmosphere. The gases we use in fridges and air conditioners are destroying the ozone layer. The plastic cups, plates, and pens we use and discard are becoming a burden to the earth. They will go on polluting the land and lakes even after we are dead and gone. Today, I request you to join me in this effort to save our planet. I am sure you are going to join me in this big responsibility. Thank you. So what you have to do is you have to read the speech aloud 2 times. Read the speech aloud 2 times. Okay? Yes. Now let's move on to the next task. You can see some pictures here. Have you seen the pictures? 4 pictures. You can see some images. So we have studied different words. We have studied words relating to environmental issues. So these are some of the problems that we see in our society. The first one, you know what the problem is. It tells us about child labor. Child labor, you know, it affects the mental, the physical, and the social growth of a well-being of a child. You know that. Now you can, the second image, you can see the negative effects of cutting down trees. You can see a small boy who is starving and the tree being cut down. You can also see here the waste that human beings produce, and you can also see a thing that we see every year in Kerala. It is about floods. So here you have to write 4 sentences based on the picture. Here you see child labor. So you write 4 small sentences about child labor. What do you know about child labor? Here you can see the cutting down of trees. You can write down 4 sentences based on this picture. Here you see heaping up of waste materials. So you can write about the negative impact of producing how to discard waste. Okay, the problems of the waste management, how we can manage waste. You can talk about how we can manage waste. Then you can talk about floods. Write 4 sentences and show it to your teacher. Write 4 sentences and show it to your teacher. Okay, so now let's move on to page 19. Page 19, 2.7. 2.7. Take 5 to 7 minutes and fill in the 5 sentences with the words given on page 20. On page 20, you can see paddy fields protect plastic bottles, plant, throw, save, prevent, taps, close, rainwater, erosion, trees, etc. So using those words, fill in the sentences given on page 19. Let's do 2.7 together. Pause the video and try to do it by yourself. I'm going to read the answers. Okay. First one. Wetlands prevent floods. We should protect our paddy fields because they are wetlands. Second one. Our oceans, rivers and lakes are full of plastic waste. We should not throw plastic bottles away. We should reuse and recycle them. Third one. We should close water taps after use. Leaky taps lead to loss of water. Fourth one, we have to plant more trees and save existing ones. It is the most important way to prevent soil erosion and prevent floods. Fifth one, when rainwater falls on treeless hills, the the water rushes down and causes erosion. Yes. So friends, we have read and discussed lesson 2, and yeah, I want you to listen to the video again, and if you have any doubts you can ask your teachers, or you can ask your friends. I hope you have understood the video presentation, and we shall meet in the next video. Okay, thank you.